And to this day, from the beginning of psychology, there's one test that above any other test in life predicts future success on every measure. Wealth, quality of relationships, grades in school, length of relationships, happiness measured on every scale, whether qualitative or quantitative. And the test is called the marshmallow test. This here is a marshmallow. The marshmallow test can be conducted on children 3-4 years old. The psychologist brings the child into the room. He says, "This is yours. This is yours to eat. I need to leave the room for a couple of minutes. When I come back, if it's still there, you get 2. And the psychologist leaves the room. And the kid looks at the marshmallow. It's his marshmallow. You can do anything you want with it. You can use it in any way you want. So, 50% eat the marshmallow. 50% don't eat the marshmallow. And the 50% that don't eat the marshmallow go on to lead lives that are qualitative and quantitatively better than the kids that do eat the marshmallow. But you can go and look at this on YouTube. You can go and see this experiment being carried out. And what is most illustrative is what the children do that don't eat the marshmallow. The kids that eat the marshmallow do something similar. They stare at the marshmallow. They look at it. The kids that don't eat the marshmallow, and you can imagine 3-year-olds, 4-year-olds, they're kind of obvious. The kids that don't eat the marshmallow, they put their head in their hands. They get up and they stare at the wall. They look at their shoes. Because at the age of 3, they've already realized how little power they have over themselves, over their own nature. Unless the diet fails in the supermarket, not at home. If I go to the supermarket and I buy chocolate, and that chocolate gets to my house, my willpower might get me through one day. It might get me through the end of the week. It might get me to the end of the month. I might last a year. But one day, something bad will happen. I'll come home tired. My willpower will not be there, and I will eat that chocolate. The marshmallow test, the most powerful tool on 3- and 4-year-old children to determine the quality of their lives, the rest of their life. I spent a lot of time over the last 5 years interviewing the high-performance athletes of Spain. Joseph Akram, Kilian Jornet, Mikel Sonier. Joseph Akram, 10 times he's competed in the Marathon du Sable, 2 marathons a day, 6 days across the Sahara. And Joseph tells me he finishes because he never thinks about more than 15 minutes ahead. He runs for 15 minutes, he stops, has a drink. Another 15 minutes, another 15 minutes. His mind never goes beyond 15 minutes. He says anybody can run for 15 minutes. He's run the Marathon du Sable because he's never, ever let his mind see more than the next 15 minutes. Mikel Sonier swims open water without a wetsuit. Across the English Channel, no wetsuit. 42,000 strokes to leave the English coast over to France. 14, 15 degree water, the cold seeping in with every stroke. How does he do it? Because his mind is never further than stroke, stroke, breath. Stroke, stroke, breath. Hour after hour swimming, but he's never allowing his mind to go anywhere beyond stroke, stroke, breath. But with the marshmallow, deal with one marshmallow at a time. One marshmallow at a time. What's the next step? Do not let your mind jump forward and see the biggest thing. And the truly important thing to remember about the marshmallow test is that there's hundreds and thousands and millions of marshmallows in your life. Hundreds of little decisions, minute after minute, day after day, that all sum up. And success in life is not one massive good decision. Not one marshmallow not eaten. And failure is not one marshmallow eaten or one poor decision. Failure is repeated bad decisions. Success is repeated, consistent good habits. We so underestimate what we can achieve in a year and so overestimate what we can achieve in a day. A page a day and you have a book in a year. You'll never write a book in one day. But this time, once you've started to dedicate the time right, I had the privilege of spending a day with Kilian Jornet, probably Spain's top athlete, ultraman. When I had met him, he'd just finished running the Lake Tahoe rim run, 288 kilometers, and he ran it in 36 hours. What the hell goes through a man's mind as he runs for 36 hours? But when he runs, do you know what the other competitors say about Kilian? He looks like he's enjoying it. The other runners are suffering, they're looking down. Kilian is running, touching the leaves as he runs past, smelling the smell of the forest, feeling the feel of the track beneath his feet. He runs for 36 hours because he's absolutely there. His mind is nowhere else but in the run, on the path, in the forest, feeling completely alive. So when you do get your diary to match up to your values, getting your life 100% present and experiencing every little piece, it's what took Kilian to be #1 in the world in the hardest sport in the world. So the lesson, rule 1 for success. And I brought a few for all of you to see if you can achieve it. The rule for success. When you have a marshmallow, don't stare at it. The diet doesn't fail because of weakness of will. The diet fails because the chocolate is there. If you want to stop watching television, take the batteries out of the remote. If you want to do more exercise, put your running shoes next to the door. It's small, small changes